All right, so today's Monday, and over the weekend I went to a diabetes fundraiser on the Saturday because I was giving a speech at this fundraiser. For those of you that don't know, which is pretty much all of you, I'm type 1 diabetic, and I have been for like 8 years now. I was asked to give a speech as well as design posters and tickets for this event that happened on Saturday. So I did, and I wrote a speech and everything, and I went relatively early just to kind of meet everyone and get ready for the night. So I was there from like probably 12 to 10 p.m. So I was there for like a good chunk of time. So there was this piano in the lobby of the theater that we were in. The lead vocalist of the band that was playing that night had asked his cousin to play piano in the lobby while people were like filing in and stuff. His cousin shows up in a taxi and he has his guitar and stuff, and he comes out. And he's wearing his pajamas. Like, he's got pajama pants on and he's got a sweater on. For some reason, he had a guitar, even though he was being asked to play piano. So he comes in, he walks through the doors, says hi, he's got his pajamas on. He takes his sweater off. He has a baseball shirt. Also, it's a jersey because where I'm from, they can't afford real jerseys. They're just t-shirts. So he's wearing one of those. It's got the number on the back and everything. And he sits down at the piano and starts playing. And he's really fucking good. Like, he can play the piano really well. It sounded great. But the only problem is that the lead vocalist of the band, they were cousins, came out and just started talking to him, but like in like an aggressive way. So everyone was kind of confused and nobody really knew what was going on. And we were all just kind of laughing like, oh, they're cousins. It's just a cousin argument or something. He started to kick the piano player out of like the theater completely. He got all his stuff, escorted him out the front doors because I guess the piano player had been drinking out of a paper bag, like with a bottle in the paper bag out front of the theater. And this theater is attached to the high school, so you can imagine how that looks. So he was drinking out of this paper bag out front of the school, like just sitting on the curb and drinking. And then there was this winery that came to the theater to do a wine tasting, I guess, for this fundraiser. They started setting up and stuff and putting the bottles in like you get like the bucket and you fill it with ice and you put the bottles in there and stuff to keep it cool. He went over to this table after he came inside and grabbed a bottle and opened it and started drinking out of the bottle. Everyone's just kind of watching and kind of like super confused because this guy is just like opening a bottle and just drinking it. The lead vocalist comes out from the band. He's getting super upset at his cousin because he's drinking and stuff, and he just reeked of alcohol, and he smelled like pot and stuff. So he brought a candle that he had beside the piano because I guess it was for ambience or something. So he got his candle, he got his bag with his alcohol in it. He grabbed his guitar, and the lead vocalist of the band asked him to leave. And it was super confusing, but it was so funny at the time. Everyone was just kind of laughing because nobody knew that they were cousins until like all of this was over. And we're all just kind of laughing and like talking about it. And then the lead vocalist comes over and we're like, oh, that was pretty funny and all that kind of stuff. And then he says, he's like, oh yeah, that's my cousin, and he's schizophrenic, and we all just kind of went silent, like, oh shit, like should we be laughing or something? So I just kind of walked away and went back up to the green room to kind of just hang out and practice my speech and stuff. His cousin that was schizophrenic kind of just got kicked out and he wasn't doing so well. Nobody knows where he went. He just kind of left. And near the end of the night, he came back and he was outside the theater, and the theater doors had been locked from the outside because it was like 9 o'clock and they only had the doors open for a couple hours for people to kind of come in and get a seat and watch the rest of the show or the beginning or whatever. At this point, he's banging on the doors, shaking the doors and making a huge scene outside. So we didn't, like, the band was playing at this time, so we couldn't get the vocalist, like his cousin, to come and deal with it. I went around the back and went out the fire door and got someone to hold the fire door open so I could get a quick escape. And I went out there and I said, hey, you need to leave, like, you're making a huge fucking scene and we're trying to host a fundraiser here, and I get it that you're ill, but you need to leave. He just rips his sweater off and goes into full sprint, like down the path, like away from the theater, like kind of towards me, but not really. He takes a left, and I was on the right of the direction that he's running. So I'm just like, I kind of like jump back because I don't want to be tackled by this guy. And he just rips his sweater off, goes in full sprint, takes a left, and he's just gone. And then that was the end of the Piano Man. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. It's a kind of a quick story. It just happened like a couple days ago, so I thought it would be kind of funny to tell. I have a story from like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, of when I was in hospital that I think might be kind of funny. I don't know. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about next, and I will see you guys next time.